Happy Monday guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the tattoo tag. I know right now it looks like I have no tattoos whatsoever, but I actually do. I've got this one on my arm, this one that you can see, and I'm going to actually insert pictures of the ones that you can't see just because I'd rather not get basically naked on YouTube. So if you're interested in my tattoos, do keep watching. Obviously I am aware that tattoos aren't for everyone. Some people don't like them and they just aren't interested in them or have them, anything like that. So if you're not into tattoos, do switch off this one. There is some more on my channel without tattoos. But I thought it would be quite fun because I get so many comments about my tattoos, and you know, I think it's a quite nice thing to be able to share you the story behind my tattoos. I do have a good meaning behind all of them. I would never get a tattoo without a meaning or anything like that, you know. I know some people do just get tattoos because they like the look of them, but that's not personally for me because I know they're going to be on my body forever. So I need to be sure that I love it from day one. And I'm happy to talk about them and share it with you guys. Well, that's really helpful because now you can definitely hear me. I'm going to talk about my tattoos in the order that I got them, just so that it makes sense for me and it makes sense for you. So the first one is this one on my collarbone. I don't know if you can... So with this, I basically got this as soon as I turned 18. Now, when I was 13, my mum found out that she had cancer. And so when I turned 18, I was aware that, you know, eventually she may not even be here for my future. She may never see me get married and all of that stuff. And I just wanted something that would make me realise that she's right near my heart. So obviously my heart's here and she's near my heart. And it's just a little something that I know that whenever I look down or whenever there's pictures of me, it just shows that she's there looking over me behind my shoulder. So it's basically a ribbon. It's kind of like the cancer ribbon, but I didn't want to just leave it like a cancer ribbon. And then it is a feather, but I do want to get this fixed because I'm not particularly happy with the feather. And then it does just say mum. It's the meaning for me that makes it so special, because I know that if I'm getting married on my wedding day, she's there. That's what it means to me. So no matter what I go through in life, if she's not here in the future or if she is here in the future, she's always here looking over my shoulder and protecting me in some way. So that's the first tattoo that I ever got. I got a tattoo and I did the worst thing in the world by getting one of my friend's mum that was training to do it. Now with my tattoo, it turned out terrible and it was just horrendous. The thing is, I got that tattoo when I was 15 or 16, so I then couldn't get it covered until, you know, a few years later, and I planned my tattoo down to a T to make sure that I was going to absolutely love it. I wouldn't ever wear bikinis or anything like that in my teenage years because I was so embarrassed of this horrible tattoo that I was left with. But as soon as I got it covered, I can't even tell you how much I love this tattoo. It's one of my favourite tattoos on my entire body, and I designed this myself. So for me, what it means is it's got the lilies. Now lilies obviously signify death, and it's got the hummingbirds. Now me and my mum have always had this thing where we say that when we die we won't want to come back as a bird. That's a bit deep, I know, but for us that's just something that we always think. So I like to think that when mum does die and when she's gone, when I see birds I can think of my mum. So I decided to go for a hummingbird because I feel like they are just beautiful, and with the lilies because they signify the death. So that's kind of where that one came from, but obviously I had to go a lot bigger to cover up my old tattoo. And I have to say that I'm actually quite good with pain to tattoos. Like I don't personally find they hurt. It only hurt when they went over the actual old tattoo, because if anyone's had a cover up, especially like me, my old tattoo was basically a scar. It was not a tattoo, it was like scar tissue. So for them to be able to do that for me just meant so much, and now it is definitely one of my favourite pieces. And the placement is obviously just because it's the cover up, but actually I like the place up. I love the tattoo, and I'm proud of that one because it's got so much detail in it and it's designed by me. So I didn't, you know, get my idea off the internet and go, this is what I want. I actually drew it up myself. Can't say the drawing was very good, but I drew it up myself because I have been into art before, so I decided I wanted to draw it and I wanted to design it myself. So I drew it up and we played around until I was happy with the actual placement, and it's now one of my favourite tattoos and I absolutely love it. The next tattoo I got was a quote on my thigh, and the meaning behind this was basically to help me, because throughout my whole teenage years and some of my adult life, I've always battled with depression. I've had certain things in my life that have affected me. I'm not proud to say it, but I was in a very dark tunnel, and I didn't ever think I would be able to get out of this depression and mental health. For me, my depression brought on anxiety as well. So I kind of battled both, and I can tell you now it was the worst experience of my life. And I know that it's not going to ever be completely over. It's always going to be there, and it's always just, it might occasionally pop up. And to me, I wanted something that would tell me that actually you can get over this and you can do it. So the quote on my leg says, "For every dark night there is a brighter day." If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I have a whole section where I post all of my quotes. So I came up with that one to basically remind me that whenever I'm depressed, I can get over it and there will be brighter days. And to me, it just means so much, because I got that actually when I was in my tunnel. I got that when I was really low, and to be honest, I think it helped me. Getting that on my body, a permanent thing to remind me that you can get over this and it will get better, just makes me feel happy when I see it, because it's true. That, you know, everyone goes through dark times in their life and you think it's the end of the road and it's never going to get better, but actually it does. It does get better, and it can get better, and it will. As long as you believe in it and you're willing to help yourself and you're willing to talk to others around you, you can get out of that tunnel. And that's basically what that tattoo means. Obviously it's literally just a quote on my thigh. It's not that visible unless I'm in a bikini. Sometimes some shorts can, you know, show it, but actually I'm proud of it and I like it because the style of it is beautiful anyway, and it's something I decided to go with. Now my last tattoo is my most recent. I actually got this in July, and this tattoo is rather special. It's the newest edition, and I basically feel like, because before my tattoos were mainly over this side of my body, but now I feel like this new tattoo equals out. So you've probably seen it, but it is this love heart, and it kind of has the flowers with it. This tattoo, the love heart, and then I have a quote that says, "And until the end, you're my very best friend." Now to me, I love that quote alone, but actually I do have a twin sister, and obviously when you have a twin sister you have that special connection, and it's like, it's something that I can very rarely explain to you, because unless you are a twin you probably won't understand, but it is a different kind of love, a different kind of friendship. And to us, we got both matching. So I have it this side and she has it on this side, so that when we stand together, so when she's here, our tattoos match. Obviously matching tattoos aren't for everyone, and to be honest I wouldn't say that it's the best decision to go and get a best friend tattoo with just the best friend, but for me it's my twin sister, so it's not just a friend, it's someone that I'm gonna love forever until the end basically. And so what it means, it basically signifies that we've been through so much together, so much shit, we've put up with so much stuff, and you know, we've gone through just so much stuff that sometimes it's horrible to know that you go through it, but I've never ever once been alone, because I've always had my twin sister. We've always had each other, and we've always helped each other through the hardships. So for us, it just reminds us that no matter what happens, we will always have each other and we will always be the bestest of friends. And even if, you know, obviously we argue, but even if we argue, we can look at our tattoos and go, that's stupid. Do you know what? Let's forget that. We're stronger than this. We've been through shit and we love each other. So yeah, those are my tattoos and those are the meanings behind them. If you are going to get a tattoo, I would just like to say that I do think you're much better doing it with a meaning. Don't just get a tattoo because you're like, oh, I want a tattoo and oh, they look cool and all of that stuff, because like my very first one that I got covered up, you won't love it. You won't love it on your body. You know, definitely don't ever get a tattoo illegally. Don't get someone's friend to do it for you, because that's what I did and it was the biggest mistake I'd ever made. Only now am I happy in a bikini and I'm happy with my tattoo. But honestly, if you're going to do it and get a tattoo, then do your research. Have some special meaning, because it's going to be there forever. Just because you see something and you think, oh, that's really pretty, I'll have that. You've got to think that that's going to be there until you die. Don't just get a tattoo that you think you like, because at the end of the day, you always have that thing of not knowing whether you'll love it forever. And I think with the tattoo having a meaning, it just makes it so much more special, and you know that you're gonna love it until the end. I personally love tattoos. I do want more and I will get more eventually. I rush to get any more, but I do know that I love tattoos personally. I think of them as art on my body, and for me there's such strong meanings that I just love them. So that was my tattoo tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye!